Hi, good evening. I'd like to welcome you to Poem Praise 2. I do thank you for tuning in, and peace and blessings be upon you and your family this evening. Now, we are going to get right back into the great African American women. We're going to finish up Marian Anderson. And before we actually finish up Marian Anderson, let's just sit back and listen to Miss Anderson. Okay? And that does complete Deep River. Now we're going to go ahead and finish up in the book, Opera Debut. Now, in September 1954, Rudolph Bing, general manager of the Metropolitan Opera in New York City, invited Anderson to sing the role of the sorceress and fortune teller Ulrica in Verde un ballo in Maschera, a masked ball at the Met. She agreed, and on January 7, 1955, at the age of nearly 58, she finally made her opera debut. As the first African American to play a principal role for the company, she paved the way for others. Her breakthrough was so important in the history of American race relations that the story made the front page of the next day's New York times. She sang the role 7 more times for the company until she left the Met in 1956. The same year she published My Lord, What a Morning, an autobiography. The chance to be a member of the Metropolitan had been a highlight of my life, she wrote in her autobiography. It has meant much to me and to my people. If I have been privileged to serve as a symbol, to be the first Negro to sing as a regular member of the company, I take greater pride from knowing that it has encouraged other singers of my group to realize that the doors everywhere may open increasingly to those who have prepared themselves well. Anderson resumed her concert tours. In 1957, the United Nations sponsored her on a singing tour of the Far East, which was so successful that in 1958, President Eisenhower named her delegate to the United Nations. In 1961, she sang the national anthem as an official guest at the inauguration of President John F. Kennedy. During 1964 to 1965, she gave her farewell tour, beginning at Constitution Hall in October 1964 and ending at Carnegie Hall in April 1965. After her retirement, Anderson spent much of her time at her farm in Danbury, but she still performed on special occasions. In 1966, she sang for the initial World Festival of Negro Arts, held in Dakar, Senegal. Several times she narrated, accompanied by various orchestras. Aaron Copland's A Lincoln Portrait, Presidential Medal of Freedom. Anderson received many important awards. In 1963, she and Ralph Bunche became the first African American recipients of the Presidential Medal of Freedom. She also received the Kennedy Center Honor for her Lifetime Achievement, 1978, the first Eleanor Roosevelt Human Rights Award from the New York City, 1984, and a Grammy Award for her Lifetime Achievement, 1991. Anderson died at her home of the conductor James DePriest, her nephew, in Portland, Oregon, on April the 8th, 1993. She was 96 years old. Anderson had a big, striking voice and an exceptionally wide range. She was especially known for her artistic integrity, always emphasizing the true inner meaning of the music itself, whether it be lieder or lieder, I'm going to spell it Lieder, operas, arias, or spirituals. Never known as a militant, she nevertheless became a pioneering civil rights activist when she sought to convince the American cultural establishment that blacks should be given a fair chance to succeed in classical music at the highest levels. And that does complete Marian Anderson. May you and your family be blessed and have a wonderful rest of the evening. If be it thy will, I will come to you next with Maya Angelou. So until then, peace be upon you and your family too. Be well. Later, y'all.